I think it was very interesting to see how this country, which is between two great powers, so India and China, manages this very interesting and unique geopolitical situation. And it was the first time that I was in a country with in such circumstances.
Nepal is such a fascinating country in that its foreign policy, a yam between two boulders being China and India, is the kind of that it has to navigate like its delicate decisions, like make autonomous decisions.
This trip to Nepal helped the students to understand the different factors that affect and influence international relations. For instance, the geography and how mountains affect Nepalese relationship with India or China, the commodities like water and hydropower, the culture and the region, and how Hinduism and Buddhism influence its relationship with other Asian countries.
We've studied Nepal a little bit because it's geopolitically it's a very interesting country, but being there totally changes your perspective, because one thing is reading it in the book and the other thing is learning it from the people there, the culture and the history.
And I think like throughout the travels you learn so many things you wouldn't learn anywhere else. And especially for international relations, when you get exposed to the culture and you see things from a different perspective, it's so like enriching, I think.
Recently we had a course called Unplugged that's also by the UN with the staff system, and there we kind of learned on the different, for example, how different international organizations can play a role in countries such as Nepal that are still developing, and how maybe also foreign aid can help in this.
We have this concept from class Unplugged 3 called frugal innovation. And we really see that like in those countries, like in Nepal, for example, they use a lot of this frugal innovation, that with less resources, they innovate and find their own solutions to that.
It's just broadened my perspectives on how economies work, how politics work in such a different culture, because at the end, it is very different from the Western culture, and it will not only be useful for my studies, but I think also for my future professional careers.
For me, I always knew that I want to be in international relations, or to become a diplomat. And therefore I think it actually, like, the trip fits perfectly into my career path, because I want to visit different countries, I want to fit into their culture, I want to see how the people there think, how they work, how they want to do things in their life. And I think this trip perfectly fitted that narrative, and I would recommend it to everyone.
Has made me think about like what could I do in the future and how could I create, for example, a business to help there.
This trip only reconfirmed my plan to work internationally, because I really like to interact with different cultures, be out there, work globally. And apart from that, it also confirmed my plan to be an entrepreneur. Because I want to start different businesses, and I feel for me personally entrepreneurship is the best way to have a real tangible impact on people.
It has definitely sparked an interest in maybe social impact, and also seeing how the local and the global two dimensions kind of intersect.
I want to go and travel, and I want to really learn by doing and learn by being, because I think that is the best way of learning.
A career where there's business, international relations, and all of this trip was compromised within, it had these three pillars in it.